Hi, thanks for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. It's snowing in the mountains today, and I was thinking about maybe taking the whole day off, but I figured, you know what, it's still before noon. I'm gonna come down here, fish the Truckee down by the Mustang Bridge. I'm just gonna go downstream. Not gonna do a lot of fishing today. I had a long day on the California Truckee fishing for Wilderness with Amani Patreon yesterday. It wasn't such a long day, it was a hard day. I managed to get a nice brown in the net, but the water's low and clear, and with these 1/8 ounce marabou jigs that I like to use, that's just not good. You don't want the fish to be able to see your lure too much. You want them to make a flash decision to strike. I already went down and looked at the water down here, and it's stained, but it's not too bad, so hopefully I can get something in the net. I don't know. It's freezing out here. The highs are in the mid to low 30s today, so I'm out here. I'm gonna fish for a while. We'll see what we can do. You know, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to sit inside all day today, even though there's stuff I could be doing. I'd rather be doing this. So let's go see if we can't get something in the net. And as is with everything downstream of the East Mustang Bridge, it's single barbless artificial only. When I first walked up and saw this flowing in, I was like, uh-oh. But upon closer inspection, it's not that stained. It's stained, but mostly to a beneficial part. You can see why it gets so muddy out here, because there's just, once it starts raining and flooding and snowing, there's just so much mud that gets washed in. So I'm looking at my lure. There's a good 2-3 feet of visibility in the water. There's plenty of visibility. Got one on the line right off the bat, man. I always like to fish this area because it's got a lot of boulders in the water. And this fish ran downstream on me, but that's okay. You just gotta watch out. There's a lot of sticks and stuff in the Truckee out here. And I don't get a lot of rainbows in this section of the river, but it looks like it might be a rainbow. But I can see that barbless jig hanging out of his mouth. No, that's a brown. You can see that barbless jig just hanging out of the side of his mouth. Oh, he's handling it like a cigar, baby. Woo! That's a beautiful fish. Ooh, this water's freezing. All right, get my hands wet. He's ready to go. Let's take a look. Hands are wet. Let's hold this guy up. Glad I didn't sit inside and take care of stuff today, because I wouldn't have caught this beautiful brown trout. Woo! Get him in there. There he goes. And what I'm doing there is I'm fan casting. And I'm going kind of upstream to cross current. And I'm bringing in my jig right along those, right there. And a lot of these fish will be holding right at the edge of these boulders are dropping off, and that's where that guy was chilling. This flow is down, but the water is amazingly clear for how much it snowed the other day, just 2 days ago. I mean, it snowed a lot. It's a little deeper right here in these boulders, and I like, whenever I got a little bit deeper water to work with, especially if the flow's down like it is, I like to fish deeper. And you're really dancing with the devil here, because there's so many sticks. I haven't lost a jig here in a while, but I've been hooked up a couple times, and I've actually busted off a hook one day, because sometimes when I file my barbs off, I get too much of the main hook, and it compromises the integrity of the hook, and they snap. I had one snap on a big rainbow I had on one day when I was fishing for Patreon. It's kind of nice out here now that the sun came out and the wind stopped, man. It might even be 40. I'm liking it. Let me go head back to the car, drive to the other side of the river, fish a couple holes there, see what we can do. Oh my God. I went in the car it came to the other side of the river, and the clouds, I took a layer off, the clouds came back, and the wind came back, and it turned into a completely different day. It's like freezing again. Luckily, I have enough subsequent layers on that could probably stop a 22 round. So what I'm doing here, just to be thorough, is I'm hitting this from a different angle. I was just fishing on the other side. That's about where I caught that fish. And it's shallower over here. But what I'm doing is I'm trying to fish the drop off where it gets deep on this side a little more effectively than I could from that side, where I was fishing over the rocks. Because that's where the fish are gonna be. They're gonna be right around that drop off. That's what I always find. And it's only like a foot deep right here. And I just reeled it in and saw a real nice brown or something. I saw his white open mouth as he swiped at my jig. See if he's up for another run. Usually they'll give you one chance. Oh, there he is, there he is. He gave me another chance. Oh, look at him jump. Look at him jump. He thought he was smart. He thought he was smart. He's all wrapped up. He's in the net. There we go. Nice brown. You know, not as good as the first one, but I'll take it. There he goes. Let him go back out to his little flat area. And it's really shallow here, but it's deep enough. And that's what I did. I cast it out where it drops off a little bit, and he followed it in. And he went for seconds. Usually, they'll only go for the jig buffet once. They're not gonna hit it twice. And the key in this shallow stuff is I'm casting cross current, and I'm just trying to skip it as close to the bottom as I can. And I'm bringing up sticks, because if they're down there picking crawdads off, I want them to see my jig. You know it's cold because now my eyes on my rod are starting to freeze up. And that is an angry sky. It looks like it could start snowing at any moment. And I'm about a quarter mile from my car, and I don't got snow stuff on. And my rod's freezing up on me. I don't want to deal with it. It's been like it's been all winter. Those are the only two fish I saw. I couldn't believe that second fish hit after he followed it. Because usually they won't give you another chance. They'll follow it once, swipe at it once, and then they're not coming back. Especially in low, clear water like that. And when you see them coming after it, you can't slow it down because the water was only like a foot deep. The jig would have just went right on the bottom. But I got two fish in the net. Like it's been all winter, I only saw those two fish. Those are the only fish. There were no other bites. I didn't see any risers, nothing. And it's just kind of slow. But I didn't know what to expect when I came down here. It snowed really hard 2 days ago in town, and I thought the river could be brown when I came out today, and it's nice, and it was great. And I got two good fish in the net. And now I'm freezing. So it's been real, but when you get two nice browns in the net like that, it tends to make you soft. And I'm gonna go back to my apartment and put this video up for you guys to enjoy. Thank you for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. Until next time.